Moving on, President Biden made history today, becoming the first president while in office to describe the massacre of hundreds of thousands of Armenians during World War I as genocide. Armenians around the world today remembered those killed. In San Francisco, hundreds gathered and laid flowers at the Mount Davidson Cross. ABC White House correspondent Mary Alice Parks has more now on Biden's historic move.
Tonight, President Biden making history while testing a key NATO ally. On this global day of remembrance, becoming the first U.S. president to recognize the mass killings of Armenians during World War I as a genocide. Writing, "We remember the lives of all those who died in the Ottoman-era Armenian Genocide. We see that pain, we affirm the history. We do this not to cast blame, but to ensure that what happened is never repeated." Starting in 1915, 1.5 million Armenians were massacred or deported from the Ottoman Empire, now Turkey. Today's statement welcomed by the estimated 500,000 members of the Armenian American community. Hundreds gathered in LA to mark the occasion. Past presidents had avoided using the word genocide, not wanting to antagonize Turkey, which for years has adamantly rejected the label. The Turkish government today quick to denounce President Biden's statement. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs writing, "The U.S. president's statement will not yield any results other than polarizing the nations and hindering peace and stability in our region." President Biden just spoke to President Erdogan yesterday for the first time since taking office. According to the White House, during that call, Biden said he hoped the two countries would be able to effectively manage their disagreements. The two leaders did also agree to meet at the NATO summit in June. Mary Alice Parks, ABC News, the White House.
The Bay Area is home to a sizable Armenian population, an estimated 50,000 people. Tonight, ABC 7 News reporter Luz Peña spoke to local Armenian Americans who say this is the day their grandparents and parents had been waiting for over 100 years.
These are the stories of survival and sacrifice that many Armenians, like Harag Kalebjian, grew up listening to. At 4 years old, his grandfather had to flee.
And they came and invaded his village. He was hidden by his sisters, and they paid a man to take him away. They didn't know where he was going to go. That was the last time they saw him. But the story is that he sat on the back of a camel or a horse, some type of animal. He was given food, and he traveled to an orphanage in Aleppo.
John Kravanian shares a similar family story.
My grandfather was in his late teens, early 20s, and they went to Syria as refugees. They fled the genocide.
For 106 years, Armenians have carried their stories and suffering. But today they say President Biden's recognition is the first step into their healing.
As soon as we heard, we were all cheering.
It's an emotional day for you.
Very emotional.
What do you think your dad and your grandparents would say today?
Our parents, grandparents are looking down and smiling and are very proud of us because justice is served.
Probably hold his hand and hug him and kiss him, and think about his family that he lost. But it also created a new family. I'm here because of him.
Also, 4 days ago, Santa Clara, San Mateo, and San Francisco counties designated April 24th as Armenian Genocide Commemoration Day to teach about this historic day in their public schools. In San Francisco, Luz Peña, ABC 7 News.
Monumental moment. Well, still ahead on ABC 7 News at 11.